About 3.3% of hourly paid U.S. workers earn the prevailing minimum wage or less. A grocery chain offers discount rates to companies that have at least 30 employees who earn the prevailing minimum wage or less. Find the probability that each company will get the discount. Part A. Company A has 700 employees. In this problem, we're going to use the normal approximation to binomial distributions. But before we do that, we must verify that we can use that normal approximation. So first, let's list out our variables. For part A, N is going to be 700. P is going to be the probability. That's 3.3%, which in decimal notation is 0.033. We also need to list out Q. Q is 1 minus 0.033, which is 0.967. Now, in order to use the normal approximation, we need to verify that N times P is bigger than or equal to 5, as well as N times Q being bigger than or equal to 5. So 700 times P is equal to 23.1. So that part checks off. Now let's verify that N times Q is bigger than or equal to 5. 700 times 0.967 is equal to 676.9. So the second part verifies. Now we can safely assume the normal approximation to binomial distributions. So let's figure out what our mean and standard deviations are. The mean is going to be equal to N times P. And we just did that calculation and we found it to be 23.1. Next, we need to find the standard deviation. This is the square root of N times P times Q. Now, I'm actually going to use a shortcut and use this calculation for the N times P part. Then we're going to multiply this by 0.967. And this is going to be approximately equal to 4.73. Now that we know that the mean and the standard deviation, we can calculate the probability. So we're looking at the probability that x is bigger than or equal to 30. But remember that with the normal approximations, we have to use a continuity correction. In this case, we would subtract 0.5. So this is going to be my x value. Now let's find the associating z-score, or z-value. Remember that the z is x minus mu all over the standard deviation. So this is 29.5 minus 23.1 all over 4.73. Using these calculations, I find a value of 1.35. Now, what does this look like on the graph? If I were to draw our curve, we have the z-value of 0, so 1.35 would be somewhere in here. Now, we're looking for greater than. This means that we're looking for the area to the right. Remember that when you're looking for the area to the right, you subtract the area that you find in the chart from 1. Here's my chart for the normal curve. I'm looking for the number 1.35. So I first locate the 1.3 and then the 0.5. And where these two intersect is 0.9115. So going back to my curve, that means that the area here is 0.9115. Therefore, this area would be 1 minus 0.9115, which would be equal to 0.0885. And this is the probability. that the company A will get the discount. Now let's look at part B. Part B is asking if company B has 750 employees. Now, normally I would first verify that the normal approximation can be used, but notice here that my n value is even bigger than number A. Part A checked off completely. I was able to use the normal approximation without any problems. So I can be safe to say that 750, I will be able to use the normal approximation. So I'm going to skip that part, and we're going to go straight into finding mu and sigma. P is still going to be 0.033. Q is still going to be 0.967. So the mean is 750 times 0.033. That is equal to 24.75. Standard deviation is equal to 4.89. Now I'm going to use these numbers to calculate my z-value. Z is equal to 29.5. Again, just to verify, we're still looking for P is bigger than or equal to 30. And again, using that continuity correction, we would still use X is bigger than 29.5. Minus 24.75 all over 4.89. This is approximately equal to 0.97. And I'm going to go again to the chart and look up the area for 0.97. Looking at my chart, I locate the 0.9 and the 7, and where these two intersect, 0.8340. Now let's go back to the problem. Again, I'm looking for the area that's to the right. This is the 0.97, and I'm looking for the area to the right. And we just found that this area is equal to 0.8340. Therefore, this area is going to be 1 minus 0.8340, which is equal to 0.1660. So the probability that company B will get the discount is 0.1660.